All right, thanks, guys. Schalke 04 takes on Augsburg in a 7:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Schalke's the plus money favorite at plus 105 with the total at 2.5. The tie's currently plus 245, and if you like Augsburg in an upset, they're plus 270 for some money line cash. Now, I'm currently 5-1 in my last 6 daily best plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. I do daily premium sports pick subscriptions on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. I'm also 3-0 my last 3 crowd pleaser teaser picks on that site as well. Of course, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, Augsburg is coming off a 2-1 loss to Wolfsburg in their last outing. They were also shut out by Bayern München 2-0 in their last contest before that. Augsburg is winless in their last 6 straight, with 3 shutout losses during that stretch. They scored just 4 total goals in those 6 contests. They're also currently in 14th place in the 18-team German Bundesliga. They're taking on a Schalke team who's coming off an embarrassing 4-0 shutout loss to Dortmund. Weren't even really competitive with the big boys in that contest there. Schalke's also been winless in their last 8 straight matches, including going scoreless in 6 out of those contests. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Schalke's last 6 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. 5 out of their last 9 also stayed under that total. Meanwhile, on the other side, 3 out of Augsburg's last 5 stayed under the 2.5 themselves. So it might not be a terrible spot for an underplay here, but with all that said and done, give me the draw at plus 245 in the under 2.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's German Bundesliga action. We have Bundesliga and Bundesliga 2. So by the time you're watching this video, could very well be the weekend. So hopefully you're having a good weekend right now. But before we go ahead and move on, I just want to quickly, remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/Brock Page, where once again, we're currently 5-1 in our last 6 $1.99 premium selections on that website. And like I said a little bit earlier, we do daily premium sports picks subscriptions on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. And speaking of our Patreon packages, we're currently 14-8 with a push in our last 23 $2.99 premium selections. And when it comes to our Underdog membership, we're 12-7 with our last 19 picks in that Dog of the Day package, along with going 5-2 in our last 7 board member tier package plays as well. And as you can tell, we have a lot of great stuff going on that site. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. All that great stuff. And all of those picks are games that I personally have action on. They are my premium selections. So make sure you go ahead and click the link in the description section below. I'll also include a link in the comments section below as well. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. And with that, we're going to slide into our next matchup, and that is going to be Mainz 05 squaring off against RB Leipzig in a 9:30 a.m. kickoff. Now, Leipzig's the $2.12 favorite, totals 3.5, juice to the under. The draw's plus 350, and Mainz, they are plus 550. And despite being the heavy underdog in this spot here, Mainz lost just 1 out of their last 6, including a solid 2-0 shutout victory over Paderborn during that span. They also beat Hertha by multiple goals and played Cologne to a 2-2 tie. Meanwhile, on the other side, Leipzig's last 3 league games ended in a draw, and 4 out of their last 6 also ended in a tie as well. Now, Leipzig scored 1 goal or less in 4 out of their last 6 as well. And total-wise, Leipzig's last 3 matches all stayed under 3.5 total goals. Matter of fact, 6 out of their last 8 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the main side of things, 2 out of their last 3 stayed under 3.5 themselves. So this might not be a terrible spot for an underplay here. With all that said and done, give me the draw at plus 350 and the under 3.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be FC Cologne taking on Fortuna Dusseldorf in a 12 p.m. Eastern start time. Cologne's the $1.20 favorite. Total's 2.5 juice to the over. The draw's plus 275 and Fortuna's plus 320. Now, Fortuna's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 9 league contests, with 3 of those outings resulting in shutouts. Fortuna scored just 27 goals on the season, which ranks dead last in the 18-team Bundesliga. They're also currently in 16th place with just 23 total points on the season as well. Cologne, on the other side, has dropped just 1 out of their last 5 themselves, including 2 impressive shutout victories over Schalke and Hertha during that stretch. Cologne has lost just 3 out of their last 12 matches as well. Now, total-wise, Cologne's last 9 straight got over the total of 2.5 goals, so this might not be a terrible spot for overbettors here. Give me FC Cologne minus $1.20 and the over 2.5 in that spot. All right, next league, we're going to take a look at Bundesliga number 2, the Bundesliga 2 league, and we're going to start with Hamburger, SV, Hamburger, yeah, SV, Hamburger with cheese, SV, taking on Arminia Bielefeld in a 7:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Hamburger's the plus money favorite at plus 105, with the total at 2.5 juice to the over. The draw's currently plus 240, and if you like Bielefeld in an upset, they're plus 240 for some money line cash as well. And speaking of Bielefeld, they haven't lost a match in their last 7 straight. And as a matter of fact, Bielefeld's given up just 4 total goals in those 7 contests. They're currently in first place in Bundesliga number 2 with their 14-2 record with 10 draws. They also rank first in Bundesliga number 2 in goals allowed. They've given up just 25 goals in 26 matches. Meanwhile, on the other side, Hamburger SV's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 5, including 2 embarrassing shutout losses during that span. They were blanked by Aue and St. Pauli during that stretch of matches. They also gave up 8 total goals in their last 2 matches as well. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Hamburger's last 6 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bielefeld's last 4 straight stayed under that number themselves. This might not be a bad spot for an underplay here. Give me Arminia Bielefeld plus 105 and the under 2.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Holstein Kiel squaring off against Stuttgart in a 7:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Stuttgart's the plus money favorite at plus 105 with the total at 2.5 goals juiced to the over. And if you like Kiel in this spot here, they're plus 225 for some money line cash. Kiel hasn't won in their last 4 straight, including a 3-1 loss to Hanover during that stretch. Kiel's also been victorious in just 3 out of their last 11 league games as well. They're taking on a Stuttgart team who's tied for second place in the 18-team Bundesliga 2 division. They've lost just 2 out of their last 6, including victories over Regensburg, Bochum, and Aue during that stretch. Even better, all 3 of those victories came by way of shutout. Now, total-wise, Stuttgart saw 2 out of their last 3 stay under the total of 2.5 goals. They also saw 5 out of their last 7 stay under that total as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kiel saw 2 out of their last 4 stay under the 2.5 themselves. This might not be a terrible position for underbettors here. Give me Stuttgart plus 105 and the under 2.5 in that contest. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Karlsruhe, taking on Bochum in a 7:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Karlsruhe is the plus money favorite at plus $1.40 with the total at 2.5 juice to the over. And if you like Bochum in an upset here, they're plus $1.70 for some money line cash. Now, Karlsruhe has dropped 2 out of their last 3, including a 3-1 loss to Heidenheim during that span. They also were shut out 1-0 by Nuremberg during that stretch as well. They've been victorious in just 2 out of their last 11 matches. They're also in second to last place in the 18-team Bundesliga 2 with just 27 total points. Now, Bochum on the other side has lost just 1 match in their last 6 themselves, including an impressive 3-0 victory over Heidenheim during that span. They're giving up just 1 goal per contest on average in those 6 as well. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Bochum's last 4 got over the total of 2.5 goals. Karlsruhe saw 1 out of their last 2 get over that number themselves. So this looks like a fairly decent spot for over-bettors here. Give me Bochum plus $1.70, winning this one outright for some plus money cash, and the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy, Sunday to you if you're watching this on Sunday, although we're getting this video out very early in the week, actually on Thursday. So happy Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday to you. Hopefully you're having a great day. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.